Hey, it's the Daily Hose, and I'm back with another MTG deck. So this one is I call Tough Cookies. It's a thick butts deck. As you can see, most of our creatures are very high on the toughness front, and that's for a specific reason. So the aim of the deck is to win by turning these creatures into they deal damage equal to their toughness and can attack if they didn't have defender. This one does the same thing, but defenders can't attack. But it has the gain life effect, so I stuck it in there. Tower defense is a very good win condition because it basically gives other creatures +5/+5 and reach until end of turn. And not much else to say. We have a kind of synergy going here. Since almost all of our creatures have power 2 or less, we can get a card engine going with Inspiring Commander, so we have 3 of them. And Season of Growth allows to scry on that. Other than that, here's land base, and time to get into some matches. So this deck is obviously it's not very competitive, but it can still do okay sometimes. But it's very fun to play. That I mean, I really enjoy the archetype. I like high alert. So we have the high alert in this opening hand. That's very important, and looks like we can play it as well. So we're gonna keep this hand. I think it's worth it to keep. Okay, so I'll drop that. Hopefully we turn 3 Spore Cap. So turn 3 Spore Cap. Turn 4 High Alert. Ooh, that's a very good card, actually. I haven't seen this in play much. I'm gonna wait and unsummon that at some point. But obviously the reason why I'd wait is um, because I want it to gather more, such that it's more of a threat. Hopefully he attacks here so I can get a clean 5 hit off. Actually, this is reach. Okay, so we're good. We don't have to worry about Death Touch. We can block that for now. He'll likely have. Okay. I was gonna say he'd likely have. Um. Okay, there we go. Yeah, he'll have something. Um. So we're gonna keep a mana open. For unsummon in case this gets too big. Oh, it has hexproof. That isn't great. But hopefully we can get this out and start having it deal 5 damage next turn. I like this guy's deck. I like where it's going. So we still don't have anything super worrying. At least there's no double strike on this. I think it's a good time to hexproof. Hexproof is something. This guy's a very interesting deck going. I do like it. So we're gonna drop our mammoth spider. So he can't attack anymore in the air, unless he wants to trade here. What does this get? Vigilance. Okay. So that has Death Touch. So the question is, I'm gonna let it buy, because we can recall it at some point. We can unsummon it. Nice. That's pretty good. We can turn that into a 10 at some point. I could have dropped the Tranquil. It's fine. I'm gonna swing here. Because we have this ability. I don't see us getting out more creatures soon, so we can just go ahead and deal some damage. That's nice. I like this matchup. Two very cool things. Wow, this man's deck really is something. So this won't deal enough damage anymore, so I'm gonna let that through. It's like this man is determined to play a toxic deck and play these things at the same time, just so that they no one gives him hate. I don't know. Weird. Don't see creatures entering soon, so that's gonna go to the bottom. Gain a little bit of life. Obviously, I won't attack. Don't see this matchup going very well from now on. Not bad. It's only a 2/2 now, though. So next turn we're dead unless we can, or this has reach, so we can last one more turn. But we'll be dead soon enough. So I have to block one. I'm gonna block that. Because then we can remove it in case of we our only hope is to draw one of our prison realms, which are only 2 in the deck. Or that works. I'm not sure what he did to remove that from combat. Whatever it is. Interesting. Oh, no. I do not want to attack with everything. Yeah. Just gonna pass the turn. But things aren't looking so good. But we can survive one more turn since we have a flying and a mammoth. So the only hope we have is to draw some removal. And wait, what does this say? Menace, GG. This is a very good card, Crystalline Giant. Yep, good game, man. Good game. I appreciate what he's playing. I'll go into another game to see if I can get the deck to work. Like white or blue, maybe we can reach this goal. Who knows? So I'm preparing for a tournament run through my LGS this weekend, and well, really the whole next week. It'll be my first ever paid tournament. This is a good hand. The land situation is interesting, but I think it's worth it to keep. So I'm gonna use my elementals deck for that tournament, but I'm working on improving it before the time is reached. So I will drop that. I think it's worth it to drop the Watchdog rather than wait for an unsummon, because this early in the game we shouldn't need unsummons. So I'm gonna play the long game here. Try to get a land through Season of Growth, and Wall of Runes, that'll give it double scry. I need to play this High Alert at some point. What is this? No cards in graveyards. Interesting. Okay. Alright, so definitely pay for the life there. Go for that. I think it's worth it to attack, because this will be a favorable trade. And I actually do want that off the battlefield, because I still have I have a 4/4 and a 4/4 with flying. Okay, a Trotta. Interesting. So Trotta's gonna get one hit off next turn. Probably going to exile High Alert. So I want to keep my unsummon open and hopefully draw. Okay. Doom Whisperer. That art is very similar to I forget the name of the card. It's blue. It's a blue card. Um, Good, that's combat damage. I thought I missed the trigger for a second. It's a blue card. It's Geralf's Masterpiece is the card that this art looks very similar to. I'm wondering if it's the same thing, except I don't know. But yeah, Geralf's Masterpiece is 7/7 flying for 5 or 6 mana, but it gets -1/-1 for every card in your hand, I believe. Um, Riptide Turtle, 2 mana flash 5/5. Pretty good. So this generates a lot of value. So we're gonna let one hit on that through, but then I'll end up double blocking with Mammoth Spider and Senate Courier. If I can get that down, that is. Not exactly sure why he's attacking with that. Unless he's a Blade Brand, I don't see what he can do. I think he didn't realize that this was in effect. So we have 2 unsummons. We gotta just keep that Atrata at bay, because as soon as High Alert leaves the battlefield, things are about to get a lot worse. Assuming they attack next turn, we can have a turn of actually being able to do stuff. We're going dangerously low from the Doom Whisper, but we always have options. I'm still gonna attack with the Doom Whisper. I mean, not the Doom Whisper, the Senate Courier. Unfortunately, it wouldn't let me trigger the Vigilance, which is annoying, but it's okay. We wouldn't really need to block anyway. So I'm keeping open unsummon. Okay, they're gonna surveil a bit. Hopefully they don't grab anything off the top that could kill me. Okay, it doesn't look like they got anything. Interesting. It's interesting that the Ravnica sets, although they had a couple high power cards, most of the cards were a bit lower power. It made for great limited play, but most cards aren't super viable in standard, although obviously there are some. Hopefully they'll play something. Uh, they'll end up playing their Etrata after I do this, which is annoying because that means I don't get a turn of being able to do things. So they're about to deal 6 damage, but that's okay. If I can draw a high alert, that'd be great. Ooh, I don't like Night Veil Predator, but at least we can block it. I'll be able to unsummon something. I can live another day. Okay, so if I use the -3 here and gain some life, if I use the -3 and gain life, I can still live. So I gain 4, block into that. That's a trade that I'm willing to make, especially since I still have an unsummon. So we live no matter what, unless he has some sort of buff in his hand, which Demir doesn't tend to have. So we have the double toughness damage on the board. I think that might be a good game. I think it's a good game. Yep. GG, man. Interesting deck. It's like a Surveil, but with not many things that benefit off Surveil. Weird deck. But I guess it worked against thick cookies. But unfortunately we didn't get the deck to work, but it can, and especially if you make improvements to the deck. But it's overall a very fun deck to play. I recommend playing it if you have a little bit of spare time to test out some janky decks. It's fun to play, however, not great it may be, and it's satisfying when you can get a really good board state for not very much. So I'll see you later, and that's all for now.